we were in Baghdad, and my father was recalled back to Zlin. He had finished his work in Baghdad, which is the setting up of a factory, and he was going back to his new job in Zlin. So we packed up our things, my mother, my father and I being an only child, and set off in this very beautiful car. It's an old 8-cylinder Packard. There's lovely ivory color with green leather upholstery. They had bought it for each other as a wedding present way back and had it shipped out from Czechoslovakia to Baghdad. And the car was then driven from Baghdad to the port of Beirut. In Beirut, the car was put on a platform, covered into canvas, and hoisted onto the deck, the front deck of this boat, which is called the SS Jerusalem. And I have pictures of this. And off we sailed to go to Trieste, Trieste being the point that we were going to land and drive the rest of the way through the Balkans up back to Zlin. The journey was uneventful. When we arrived in Trieste, a crane began to unload the car. And as the crane was lowering this car on its wooden platform with canvas cover, about 4 feet above the quay, one of the ropes broke and the car slid sideways and fell, sustaining damage. This is terrible for all of us. We weren't expecting it. My father ran to the telegraph office and telegraphed back to Zlin saying, "Looks like I'm going to be quite delayed. Car severely damaged in fall from crane." We went off, had coffee, had to plan what we were going to do next, waiting for the telegram. The return telegram came back, and I need to know the timing of this, but I'm going to tell you what I think is right. The telegram came back and said, "Don't you read the papers? Don't you know what happened at 4 o'clock this morning?" And it was Hitler marching into Prague. "You stay put until further instructions." Well, it transpired that as a result of our staying put, for whatever it took, I don't know, a week or so to repair the car, my father was not taken back into the Czech Republic by the company, but they set him up in Serbia, and from there, Kenya. And as a result of that, our lives were all outside the terrible horror that so many of our relatives and so many of the countrymen of those nations that were first under Nazi rule and then all those years under the totalitarian state suffered. They suffered. We, by skin of our teeth, our lives have changed.